Hello everybody, thanks for started watching my video about and when you don't know what I'm going to talk about. For example, need some fresh air first in the car too. I have opened the YouTube channel because I thought that I have many experience in life about things, what I've seen, what's the reason of existence. Everybody can control it for themselves, what they want to enjoy, what they can enjoy in the life, what's the meaning of existence. For example, when a mother has got a child, that's the first priority for her to make him happy. But the thing is, everybody's got about the same thing in their life, and they don't know. Basically, the population, all the humans, 95% don't think about that. We have power for creating things, and it's not a magic thing what I'm going to tell, it's the real thing. Because when you're watching this video, your eye is the downstairs watching up, the up watching down, and it translates it in mirror turning for you. When you are watching in the mirror, your eyes turning this side and turning mirroring the other side as well, so double mirroring, and you understand what you see with your eyes in the mirror. But it's very interesting, that mirror and you is 95% empty space. Why? Because everything's built by atoms, like water built by dihydrogen oxide, in English hydrogen to oxygen, and you know. So we about one man, I've asked the chat GPT, the best artificial intelligence is able to calculate how many atoms roughly one man has built from. So I'm about 7 septillion atoms. 7 septillion. Septillion means like the 10 on the 27th. So 7, after you need to write down 27 zeros, a very big number, you cannot imagine that number, and that is you. Your body built from that, like the biological, chemical things, all atoms, yeah? Everything's atoms. Neuron in your head, your brain is 90% of water. Your body is 60% of water. And in your brain, you know everything, but you don't know nothing. You have your memory. The scientists and doctors, the specialists, they cannot find out where the memory is in your brain. They don't know how the brain is working. And that's why I'm going to say, when you're watching this video, your eyes are turning what you want to see. You don't see the atoms, the electron and neutron and proton. You see just that's what you can see in this earth, what is good for you. And until when you're watching something and your thoughts are focusing on something, until your heart is beating, your liver, your kidney, your lung, your tongue is working. What's your body's temperature now? I bet between 36 and 37 degrees. What a wonderful thing is, you can control your brain, you can control your muscles, you can control your fingers. Do I know that how many thousands of muscles have moved when I was moving my hands? And my brain has been able to was able to controlling it, and now is still able to controlling it because I'm still alive. I'm thinking about lots of things. We have many thoughts. So basically the brain's got 3 parts. One is controlling your body temperature and heart beating and everything. And imagine 8 million people living the earth, about 8 billion, sorry, and they, about 90% of them are not that big genius. Obviously, nobody were born to genius because we were born like an average animal. What is more than the animal because we are human. We can be already proud of that. We didn't born like an elephant, an ape, a tiger, a fish. Or if you were born like a tree and you have knowledge and you know about that you are a tree and you cannot do anything and you're living for 200 years, what a nightmare. Horrible thing to think about it, but we don't have to worry because we were already born as humans. That means we got the highest power of existence, but we, if we created by the evolution, by ourselves, our body and thoughts and everything were improved in the past. That means that cannot improve like, so how can a man was born like from a little sperm, 1,000 times or 10,000 times of the millimeter size, when your father make your mother pregnant with you, and millions of sperm were swimming there, and you won that race because you were the first one to get there, because the woman, the girl, has chosen you. And they said it's not about that like you were faster, it's about that because that woman's, not spam in English one also, that has chosen you by your sympathy by the race. So everyone who is alive now, every man, every woman, every girl is has won a race, at least one in their life, because otherwise they weren't born. So that's why from that little thing everybody is growing up like 180 centimeter tall man, 6 feet, or whatever, or a nice girl, a beautiful body, and that thing was holding 32 billions of DNS codes. And could you explain me how can I am thinking, how can I can exist and breathe and my heart's beating and my body's temperature between 36-37 degrees? How do I know that, to how to control it, why I don't know that, how it's being, when my own brain is controlling this by the 32 billions of DNS codes. And I don't remember for that time when I was living in my mom's that under the stomach for 9 months. 9 months, but I was living, and my brain created from nothing, or my body created from a little sperm. And after that, I have grown up as a 184 centimeter tall man, and I'm existing for more than 40 years. And all that, every moment in your life, the body's temperature was between 36-37 degrees. When your body's temperature increases just 1 or 2 degrees, and 2 degrees no good, then you're gonna die. 1 degree, then your brain gives you a sign you're not feeling well. You need to protect your body. You did something wrong. You have a sickness. Your body temperature must go down to 37, 36. And my brain is controlling that. That means the big question is after everything, if the man created by the evolution, who's created the man's brain? Huh? If the brain is 100 million times cleverer than the user of the brain. You don't know how can you move, for example, your tongue when you learned how to speak and your brain memorized the words that you're saying with your tongue. And that means you got a body with a soul, and your thoughts, your thinking is able to control your body. Your thoughts is able to get it. That means we were born like half gods. By the legend, the god created the human's body for same as his body. You can see that who is looking like a nice girl or a nice boy, and we have to have not nice, to know what is nice. Get me? Sorry. So we were born already with a power. We can move our body as we want to. We can move our tongue as we want to. Tongue. We know how to protect our body. Imagine if you eat every meat because you need power for your body to fill it up like petrol in the car. If you eat every meat, why you don't eat your own tongue? Because it's a meat in the mouth. Have you ever thought about that? Nobody has eaten their own tongues. Why? Because that's serving you. And think about just a tongue, the part of the body. That's why is the best thing is the human's body, because the tongue, just when you get food, eat food, your tongue making a liquid, giving you a taste of the food to know that you like that. Will it be good for your body? Will it protect and filling your body and giving you energy and power? Or you don't like the food, that means not sure it's good for you and you don't like it. And you can feel everything. When you feel something in your head and body and every millimeter of your body is connected to your brain to protect yourself. That means we got a magic body, what we can control, protects us, and we existing. And I don't have to think about that, how to control my heart beating, how to control 300 muscles to move this finger, how to control another 300 to move this finger, and I'm talking and walking and thinking and blah blah blah, not walking, sitting in my car. This is, I would like to share this to the people. You got the God's body. That means you don't know how your brain is working, but it's controlling you for doesn't matter how many years. If you can control your thoughts, you can create things what you can believe that will become true. That means everybody's got their lives in their hands. Everything depends on the thinking. If you can control yourself, believe in a higher power, don't have to be religious or atheist or whatever. Everybody's got their own thoughts. But maybe when your life's gonna end, you're gonna pray to the God to please don't finish my existence. I want to live. I don't want to die. But maybe much better to live like that if the knowledge, the thinking is existing. But the body is gonna die. We know that our body is gonna die. But the knowledge cannot die because you are thinking. I am thinking, so I am. That means better to believe that your thoughts, your thinking, your knowledge, you are an existing soul. If the soul is existing, why are not just souls? Why we have a body? Because if just like a soul, like would be like air or no atoms, no nothing. How can the soul can give a hug to each other? How can the soul can dance in a club? How can the soul can enjoy their life without touching, talking, walking? That's why we being created in human's body. I'm not religious, but the Bible has written by like a metaphor, giving you thinking thoughts about blah blah blah. But I have checked every type of religions in my life. I checked everything, and the God is enough clever to don't show uh, himself, herself, or both to us, because that would make trouble for everybody. But there's definitely a higher power what created the gravity, the universe, your thoughts, your brain, your life, and maybe that all is together. If you were the God, would you be able to enjoy your life when you are the God? You are a creator, for example. You can do everything what you want. If you want girls, you buy sexy girls, like by 2 million years, you have all the sexy girls. Would you want more? After you would hate it. After you don't want to continue the best thing in your life. Somebody is the best thing in your life, like best music if you would listen the same music for 2 million years. After you don't want to listen it again, after you want to die, after you want to finish your existence. Maybe that's why two possibilities for God. This is the philosophy. If you want to live forever and you want to know about that you live forever, do you want to know about that you live forever? Maybe that's why is the God is between us, or we all together like one God, all the animals, all the human, all the existing things, because we all built for atoms, but we have feelings, we have emotions, and we wanna go for a nice girl. The girls want to find a nice boy to keep themselves alive, to blah 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 blah, many things. You get the main thing, yeah. In while I was talking in like 50 minutes, thanks you for watching, my body was working, my heart was working, I get air, I want fresh air, and I didn't know how I was controlling my body, but I'm still living. I said, thank you higher power, or thank you God for existence, and thank you, I don't need to know that how to control my blood pressure, my temperature, my lung breathing, and I can have my own free thoughts to be happy. If I can think, you don't know that what you're doing when you're sleeping, what your brain is working more than when you are awake, because your brain is controlling your body, takes out the thing what you don't need, and accept that what you want, and use that what you need for your body for existence. So basically every night we die, because when we go to fall asleep we can't think, can't move, can't do nothing, and we don't remember what we're doing at the night because we're sleeping. Sometimes you have some dreams, but it's like an 8 hour sleeping, and you remember for your dream takes like 2 seconds, 2 minutes. You know what I'm talking about. You don't remember exactly like you had an 8 hour dream or something. Some dreams can be something from your previous lives, or just your fantasy, what you think about in the real life mainly. But somebody can think about like dreaming about that what you had in your previous life reincarnation. Because if we are existing and if we are thinking, how's gonna my brain and my knowledge and my thinking is gonna die if the bodies die? That's what, it's not just guessing, it's like I prove that by my thoughts with checking many scientists and religious thinking, and I find that thing by myself. Because if you want to know who you are in the world, the first thing you and why you are existing, the first big question for yourself, who I am, why I am. First two questions. And who I am 7 septillion atoms. 7 septillions, like a brick or a stone or a bridge or a building, doesn't have emotion. It doesn't have emotion. I have emotions. I have thoughts. I'm thinking. I'm controlling my own body's temperature and heart beating and blah blah blah. And this is a wonderful thing. I'm existing and I know about this. That's why better to believe that you were born in that body, but you know that it's gonna die one day, but your soul is never gonna die. That's it. Much better to live like that. Those people who think that I don't believe in God, I don't, that means I'm born and I die, I'm gonna die. How can they live like this? They're not scared when they live like this on every day. I cannot prove the reincarnation. I cannot prove that I will not born like in my next life as a pig. Maybe it's a sin to talk about the God and talk about this. Maybe it's already a big sin. Maybe the God will. But anyway, I had much more sins. Everybody's got sins in their lives, and the God has forgiven us. We still existing. We still have chance. And if we use our thoughts how the normal good man wants to live their lives, then the God will help you. Higher power is gonna help you if you can work that out for yourself to what life you wanna live, and you do steps for it and do just that step. What is the important? After you gonna make everything. Don't forget that you are half God, half human. If you can wanna be a full God, it's depending on your thoughts. That's it. I hope it's giving you to a nice impression. Oh my God, yes, I'm a God. I can control my body and I don't have to think about it. I can do everything. If I'm living in this earth, if I'm thinking about politics, money, stress, girlfriend, boyfriend, blah 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 stress, I am a God. I live as I want. I have the possibility to control my thoughts as I want. That means I can cry and I can laugh. Which one I prefer to do? Which one? Anytime. If something happened, your relative lost, your girlfriend lost, your something, a very bad thing, blah blah blah. Something, you be homeless, whatever, any. You can still control your thoughts. If you are homeless, you can tell that to yourself. Now from now, I will thinking much more happier than everybody in the earth. Because I am that clever man, I can control my thoughts and I will control. If the boss says something for me about the work or whatever, or my girlfriend or mother, father, whatever, take it like that. Everything's control your thoughts, and when you're just only you are the only one who can control your thoughts. And if you take everything in the nicest way, if something wrong happen, take it like an experience what you learned from, and next time it will not gonna happen. That means you will be a God, you will be the happiest man in the earth, and you will share nice information to your mother, girlfriend, friends, blah blah blah, and those who are nice and good for you and trustable, they will like you and respect you. If you gonna live love to the world, love comes back to you. If you give hate to the world, hate comes back to you. Because if somebody is starting fighting you with words or blah blah blah, you're gonna answer back arguments will start. If you ignore that or just answer a nice thing back, like in the by the legend and as I said, the Bible written by metaphor, like when they throw Jesus with a stone, he did throw back with bread. That means that man who threw a stone, he was angry and full of stress and blah blah blah, and Jesus who threw back a bread said, "I'm so sorry about it. You are that loser, stupid idiot who's throwing people with stone. I am much cleverer than that. I give you a chance to be a nice boy. I show you a good example. Take like he's much more intelligent than them, and if they would kill Jesus by stones, that means Jesus will reborn, their body will reborn as well, and after the higher power is gonna make decision who will born to whose body. For example, the football star Ferrari, you know the Ferrari name, the top, one of the top cars, Mark Ferrari. Ferrari, and then Ferrari Enzo were born like similar, totally similar football stars born, and because he collected power and energy and money in their life because he was behaving nicely, and maybe his soul was reborn as a football star in reincarnation. You can check it online if you want to. And many examples happened. Somebody has been remembered for has was remembered for their previous life in the first 1 to 3 years when they were born. Maybe in our 1 2 years in our lives we remember in our previous lives, but after we are not able to speak because we are like child who were born, and we cannot tell it to our parents. And after when we become to real life and start talking and thinking, after we're gonna forget it. But I do believe in the reincarnation. I do believe our soul is existing forever. Some clever people opened the academic school about that. One of the richest men in my country, he opened academic school about that because he realized that a soul is existing, and he's teaching that in a real academic school. Our soul is able to live for 1 and 1.5 million years. That's what he said. I don't know where did he get this information from, but if one of the richest men in a country is talking about that and open an academic, and the government accepted their knowledge what they teach to guys, that means something. That means he's not talking bullshit, pardon and not nice thing. Yeah, so that's it, guys. I'm a god, and I was talking too much. Now I need to go. I set my life. Take care. All the best for you. Thank you for watching. If you are interested, I'm gonna share more interesting video later about things and what's happening in their lives, in the life, and you can see the examples how you're gonna behave. You don't have to promise to yourself you will be a next very good guy in the next half year, 1 year, 1 week. Just focus on the next step. The next step must be good always, and you will be happier if you do more good steps. Just slowly, take it slowly. You will be much happier. Thank you for watching.